Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. No, this is not a Christmas video, but it is just a mix and match of a few favorite things. What I'm wearing today, Charlotte Tilbury Soft Glow and Dolce Vita palette. I'm also going to spend some time sharing with you some of the projects that I've been working on. This particular sweater hat came from the dollar spot at Target, and this is what it ended up, this cute whimsical little pumpkin. And I will talk you through a few of the things that I did. This Christmas wreath I'm working on right now is a loop burlap wreath. So simple, so easy. Just need a ring form and some burlap, and then you can make yourself either the lace wreath or the loop wreath. This hat I loved because it came so whimsical and it was so simple. Here's a little white hat I had at home that I used hot glue, a little bit of basting. I made some tendrils, threw some silk flowers together and little pumpkin embellishment, and it came out so cute. It's simple, it's easy. A hot glue gun and some jute can really take you to places that you never thought your creativity could go. And it's so easy. When I made this particular little hat, the material was a little thin, so I just pulled some basting around this paper roll holder that I cut, and then later wrapped jute around to make the stem of the pumpkin's neck to make it good and firm. And then it's your own embellishments, your own creativity. I am not going to do a step-by-step tutorial. I am going to show you how I put the wreaths together for Christmas, and I will refer to any videos that I watched that really inspired me and showed me how to do it step by step, because as you'll see, I'm not very good in the demonstration department. But this is a wreath that I'm still working on, but it's so cute, so adorable, and so is the hat. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping in. Today, what I'm going to do is talk through a couple of different things. I'm just combining a few different things together in this one video. So it's not strictly all about makeup. It's a little bit of how I'm putting together some crafts and what I've been working on, and I just thought we'll just jibber jabber a little bit. So first of all, let's just sort of start out. Today on my face I did Charlotte Tilbury, and what I basically used, cleaning up the dust there, which is the Glowing Pretty Skin Palette, and I've been using this quite a bit. It has blush and bronzer and highlighter, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful palette, and it makes for a really soft look, especially for the fall. And I've showed this palette before, so I'm not going to go through each particular one, but it is really a very, very versatile palette, and the colors blend so well, and they're really pretty fall colors. And then this palette that I have been using quite a bit, and this is the Dolce Vita palette, and it's really, really, again, beautiful, beautiful earth tone colors, and I have them on today, and I've just been, this has been the go-to palette that I've been using, that I started using towards the end of summer, and I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of it this fall. But again, very beautiful blendable colors. And Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz on my brows, and today I have on, what did I put on this morning? Oh yes, my Bye Bye Foundation Full Coverage Moisturizer. Love this, that's what I have on, and my Chanel Loose Powder. I followed it up with my very favorite highlighter by Chanel and mascara, and that's it. That's pretty simple and pretty easy. And I'm not even sure what I have on my lips right now because I've just been putting some balm and moisturizer on. But I will also tell you today I have this Nest fragrance that's a sample that I got from Sephora with some of my points, and it's Cocoa Woods, and I had 2 compliments today at the store. One of the gals was helping me, and when she came to help me, she goes, "Oh, what are you wearing? It smells so good." Well, this is it. It smells really, really good. And I think this was, I'm not sure, but I think it was for 100 perks. But it's really Cocoa Woods by Nest, and it smells so, so good. And I thought, wow, that's kind of strange. And then when I was at the checkout, not like I'm standing on top of these people, but it's a really nice fragrance, and you just kind of catch that aroma. And the lady said, "Hey, what are you wearing? It smells so good. Is it perfume?" And I said, "Yeah, actually it is." And so that was kind of fun. I like it so much that I may think of, putting it on my Christmas wish list. We'll see. But that's it for the makeup. No demonstration, just kind of going through what I have on. But what I want to show you is this adorable hat, which I got at the dollar spot at Target. It was $5. How I turned this into this adorable little pumpkin. I just thought it came so cute, and so I thought I would share my how-to on this. I'm not going to give you a tutorial on it. It was very basic, and it's pretty easy the way I put it together. But you can do it any which way, but I just thought it came out so cute, and I'll just share with you by just kind of demonstrating the process. And I'm also going to show you how I'm putting together, yes, I'm crafting, talking about Christmas, because this is the perfect time to be able to put some things together, especially for family and friends. This burlap wreath. Now, I haven't finished it, but I did find this ribbon and these cute little adorable burlap snowflakes at Hobby Lobby, and this also came from Hobby Lobby. But I just want to make sure that when I take down my fall wreath that I made for my mirror in the living room, that I have something to replace it with, and I thought these would make just really adorable Christmas gifts, or like if you have to go to a Christmas party and it's a perfect little hostess gift. It's very economical. You can sit down and make one of these in no time flat, and you can embellish it as much as you want. Now, I'm just kind of waiting for some of the Christmas flowers and greenery to come out, and then I'll decide what else I'm going to add to it. But I think this is adorable, and I will step you through by talking to you about that, and I'll show you another one that I've started. And this one in particular, now I'm really going to embellish this with some flowers and probably another big bow. But this one I used a different type of burlap, very, very stiff, and I have to say, a little bit harder to work with, and I didn't like it quite as much, but it was the same technique. So this is in the process, in the making, and all of these wreaths have been done in the same fashion, with the same technique. And this is a third one that I put together. This is a softer burlap that was so much easier to work with, so much easier on your fingers, because you're looping these this burlap through the rings. And this was kind of my, this I got at Hobby Lobby. It's hard to see it, but it says it's the most wonderful time of the year. And I just thought this I can mount right onto the wreath and then add embellishments with bows and flowers, and that this will make an adorable wreath when it's done. And I just loved this white burlap with this little bit of fringe on the end. I just think it gives it that country home look. And I'm going to add some red berries to it for sure, and some greenery, and mount this on it. I just think it'll be so cute. So yes, of course, you know, Hobby Lobby has everything out for Christmas. It's crazy, it's overwhelming, and I'm just into wanting to enjoy fall, but this is a good time to start crafting, using up some of your old fall supplies that you have, to put them aside for next year for gifts for people. And listen, a holiday gift given at any time of the year, I think, is kind of a nice gift to receive. So I'm excited to work on this one and get this one finished. And these wreaths, I just think they're kind of going to be my little project for this year's gift giving, and just you know, adding some new wreaths to my own home. I will share with you the steps for the wreath. It is so simple. First of all, I bought this wire form at Dollar Tree. You can get them at Dollar Tree, Walmart, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. Anybody has them, and they usually, now Dollar Tree I usually see this size, and Hobby Lobby has an assortment of sizes. As you could see, the big ones that I showed you, and then this size. But basically what you do, and I'm just going to tell you just how simple and easy this is. I kind of start with the back of the wreath form facing me, and I take the burlap. You can use any size burlap. It took, for this size ring, almost 3 full ones. And for the larger rings, of course, it'll take more. Now, you can do this one of 2 ways, and I will link a video below where I first saw the tutorial. She explains it very well. She demonstrates it, so it'll be easy for you, but I'll just kind of go ahead and show you what I did according to her instructions. You can either hot glue your loop to start. I need more hands to do this. That's why I don't do tutorial demonstrations, because I'm not real good about all the details. But if I find a good tutorial and I've been able to, you know, make it my own, that's great too. So basically what I've done is I've looped this through. Now, you can take this and tie it with floral wire, or oh gosh, what do you call them? Pipe cleaner, floral wire, something to attach this to the wire. But what I did, I just liked the stability of hot glue. And you have to be super careful when you're hot gluing burlap, especially because of the holes. So what you do is take the back, you get the idea, hot glue it together, and pull up enough of the burlap to start your loop. And the idea is to make your loops all the same size. So basically your first loop is going to basically look like that, hot glued in the back. It's simple. Once you've done that, then you continue with your burlap and you pull up as evenly as you can your second loop, and make them all the same size. And then your third loop. Once you get the loops pretty much the same size, now just pretend that my first loop is glued in there and that I'm showing you the same size. You have these 3 loops. And then you pull those to the side, hold it with your hand, and you're going to have, you know, the rest of your burlap here. And then it will work so much better once that first loop is secured in there, but you get the idea. And then you give it a good twist in the back, and you start at the lower end of the wreath, the wire wreath, and you just start the process over again and just pull your burlap through to make another loop. And then now I'm short here, so I have no more left, and pull it up again, and then do the same process, and you'll start to see it forms the wreath. Honestly, it's a lot easier once you go ahead and get it all, get the first portion of it hot glued in on itself so it doesn't fall through, and then you just pull these loops up. Now, like I said, I will link the tutorial below that I used and that I watched the demonstration on, and it was so simple and so easy. This particular burlap I did buy at Hobby Lobby. I know Michael's carries burlap in this color. I just wanted to do something that was red and would stand out, and then of course the traditional burlap. But once you get that whole wreath done, and when you have to attach a second burlap roll, you just hot glue it and make sure that that seam ends up being towards the back so you can't see it, and then you just continue to push your little ruffles over, hold it in place, and then loop this through, like I said. And then you can embellish it, you can add bows, you can do whatever you want with it. But this is a very, very fun project to do. It's quick, it's fast. You can be very creative with it by putting your own touches to it, and it really can be economical because it's a great way to use up a lot of leftover items that you may have, because you don't have to make it all one color. And then when you're finished, I'm going to show you on this wreath, you take a corresponding ribbon, whatever you want, whatever color you want, and you do the same thing, and you loop it through and you make these little loops here in the same way, and you just kind of try to space them out so that it's even throughout. And all you have to do when you're finished is just kind of puff up your loops a little bit. But it's just such an adorable, striking wreath. It's so cute, and I just can't wait until I add the berries to it. I'm not going to over embellish it because I love this bow. I love that it's snowflakes, and I love that I found these little snowflakes. Is just adorable, just absolutely adorable. You don't have to put anything on it if you don't want, but it's just a fun wreath to make. So next I want to share with you how I turned this cute little beanie into this sweet, adorable little kind of whimsical pumpkin. And it was fun to make too. So the first thing I did was I removed the top tassel from the hat, and then you can see I kept the bottom pretty even so it would lay flat. And this, of course, once I snip this off, be really careful when you're snipping it off so that you don't cut into the hat, is the bottom then of the pumpkin. And I then took the top portion and I just folded it over and hot glued it. I stuffed the inside with polyfill stuffing, got it to the right size that I wanted, fluffed it around, and then what I did was I took a paper towel holder and cut it about a couple of inches, and I inserted inside the neck after I had hot glued the rim, and I just kind of gathered it till I could make the opening small. And this was all poofed out because I had stuffed it. Then once I did that, I'm going to show you on the project that I did. You can see where I hot glued the top rim over. And so there's a pretty large opening. Then I took the paper towel holder that I cut about two and stuffed it into the hole opening, and then I took a jute and I wrapped it around and I pulled it really tight so that the top would pucker up like this. And then what I ended up doing is after I had pulled it pretty tight, I left a little bit of an opening at the top so that I could insert these particular items. And what I did was I took a piece of jute and I kind of measured it just by looking at it, and I wrapped it around the neck base, pulled it really tight, and then pulled it down one side and right across, and then tied it in a really tight knot. I did the same thing. I just moved over, took a piece of jute, pretty long, wrapped it around the neck, tied it good and tight, and then pulled it from underneath and tied a knot on the bottom. Tried to keep the knot as flat as I can so that it would sit not lopsided. And then when I did that, it was really good and secured. These, I'll tell you how I made these. These are just pipe cleaners. I think I brought one in here somewhere. It's a really cute pipe cleaner, a brown pipe cleaner, and I just wrapped the jute around it, and I hot glued it at one end, and I just kept wrapping it till it was really tight. And you can flex and bend them, and I did 2 or 3 just to kind of give it that whimsical look. And then, like I said, I just stuck a little bit of raffia on the inside to cover the base portion of the pipe cleaner, and I made sure that around the top I had it secured really good and tight. And then I added just another little piece of jute that I just left hanging, and these were some leftover leaves that I had, and I think it came adorable for a sweater pumpkin that cost $5. And everything else that I used I had in my craft supply. So it's really a really cute, fun, easy project. And I have another little white hat that I am going to make another white sweater pumpkin, and if I can get myself situated well enough, I'll try to demonstrate the whole process. That one's going to be done a little different because I am going to do a little bit of basting at the top because the material is a little bit thinner. But this is so nice and thick that it worked out really good just by gluing the top ridge over and then putting that paper towel holder inside to just kind of give me an opening, and then tying really tight the jute around it. It just kind of puckered, and then what I did was I just filled everything in the hole and then squeezed that jute really good and tight and put a lot of hot glue in there, and this is what it ended up looking like. And I think it's just so cute. And so I just stuck it in this cute little wooden bowl. I just thought it just looked so country, whimsical, and it was just a fun little project to work on. So this is the piece, this is the pipe cleaner that I used. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take a piece of raffia, open it up, and I will wrap the pipe cleaner in the raffia all the way down. Okay, it just depends on what look you're going for, and I'm doing this really fast. And then when you're done, a lot of times I'll just take it and I'll wrap it around my finger, and I'll just make a little spiral, and then I'll stick this part into the neck of the pumpkin and just, you know, manipulate this as much as I want. And it really works good for little pumpkin, what do you call them? Tendrils or something. And it just comes out so cute. And then I went ahead on this one and I layered it with the jute. I just thought it looked a little more, made it look a little more rustic. But that's simple and easy. I'm going to demonstrate this wreath. This is the ruffle burlap wreath. This is super fun, super easy. I found a tutorial on YouTube. I will try to link that below, demonstrating this. It's so easy. I'm not very good at the demonstration part, but I thought, okay, I'll give it just a little shot here. I don't have my supplies for camera. I can't get to it right now, so that's why I'm just trying to show you this quickly. So this is a medium-sized ring. It has 4 rings on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I am literally working on the 3rd ring. So it's this ring right here. And what you're going to do, I'm going to move this up with my hand so you can see this, is you're going to pull the burlap from the top of that 3rd ring, if you're counting from the bottom, and the bottom. And you're going to grab it, both of them together, and pull them up. So you're kind of forming a little U cup. Push it over with your fingers and do it again. Push the burlap from the top of that 3rd ring, counting from the bottom, and from the bottom of the ring. And once it goes through, grab the 2 together, push them up on that bar, and slide it over. You can see the ruffles are starting to form. Again, I'll do another one. Push it up from the top, pull it through the bottom, grab them both, pull them up, good and snug, and push it forward. When you're pushing it forward, it's starting to form this lacy look, and it will hold its shape, but you really want to pull it good and tight so it doesn't lose its form. Now, I used a twisty tie just for this demonstration to tie the burlap onto the ring, which you can do because you can hide it easily at the end, or hot glue the bottom together through the ring, and that's an easy thing to do. So this is basically the burlap wreath. That's the lacy wreath. And so like I said, I will link the tutorial that I found on this one. And this is fun, it's fast, it's easy to do. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And until next time, be kind, be humble, and age gracefully. Bye.